Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to talk about something a lot of people dream about, trading in the nonstop buzz of the big city for the quiet rhythm of a small town. We're going to follow one family who actually took that leap.
Have you ever just thought, that's it, I'm packing up and starting over somewhere completely new? Well, this family actually went and did it. So let's dig into what they learned, the good, the bad, and everything in between, when they made that massive change. All right, so let's set the scene. Our story kicks off in Turin, a really bustling city up in northern Italy. And for this family, life was, well, a whirlwind of everything you'd expect a major city to offer. You know how big cities are, right? Just this constant hum of activity. Between the parents' jobs, the kids' school, their days were absolutely packed. The city's energy was right there on their doorstep, pretty much fueling their whole busy life. So, when they did get a break, what'd they do? Well, all the classic city stuff, really. They might spend a Saturday at the shopping center, enjoy a nice sunny afternoon with a picnic in the park, or go soak up some culture at the local museum. But there's always a flip side, isn't there? That vibrant city life wasn't just exciting. It started to feel more like a daily grind that was really beginning to wear the whole family down.
And this quote from the mom? Man, it just says it all. That feeling of always being rushed, always being under pressure, that became their normal. And they just knew, deep down, something had to give.
And it wasn't just one big thing, It was all the little daily hassles that were piling up. For starters, living in the city is just plain expensive. And the commute? A total nightmare. Trying to find a parking spot at the office was a daily battle. It got so bad that taking the bus started to feel like the only sane choice. So yeah, that was it, the breaking point. They decided to make a massive change, selling their apartment in the city and moving to a small town to find a completely different way of living. And the first big change? Their actual home. They went from a typical city apartment to a house with a big garden. Can you just imagine that upgrade? The difference in space, the freedom? Wow.
His job completely changed too. He traded the hustle and bustle of a downtown Turin office for a much smaller, way quieter space in the local town hall.
And for her, what a switch. She went from working in a factory that made tomato sauce to being right at the heart of their new community, working at the town's post office. But look, a move this big isn't just about packing boxes, right? It's a huge emotional deal. And the mom's biggest worry was her children. How on earth were they going to handle leaving their entire world behind?
Okay, so they made the jump. But what was it really like? Day to day, trying to adjust to this brand new rhythm of life. How did it actually feel?
And let's be real, change is never that easy, especially at first. The first few weeks, they were definitely tough. But they stuck with it, the family found their groove, and now they absolutely love their new life.
Just think about how different their daily life is now. Instead of waking up to traffic, they're waking up to birds singing. They're literally growing their own food in their garden, spending quiet afternoons reading, and taking long walks together just to explore their new home. It's a total 180. And those walks started to reveal all the cool, charming things about their new town. It's full of historic buildings, and get this, there's even a castle nearby. It's a pretty big tourist spot, and the kids, of course, are totally convinced a king lives there.
All right, so after living in both worlds, the fast-paced city and the quiet town, what's the final verdict from the family? Did the gamble pay off? Was it all worth it in the end?
When you really boil it all down, this is what it came to. They swapped a life that was busy and stressful for one that was just slower, calmer, more connected. But look, this doesn't mean it's some perfect fairy tale. They're really honest about it. They admit that, of course, they sometimes miss the excitement and all the options they had in Turin. The choice wasn't black and white. But at the end of the day, their conclusion is crystal clear. Even with those moments of nostalgia for their old life, they definitively, without a doubt, prefer their new one. The peace they found just outweighs everything they left behind. Their whole story kind of leaves us with a big question for ourselves, doesn't it? After seeing their journey, what would you choose? What does your ideal life really look like? And what trade-offs are you willing to make to find it?